Hello everyone, Craggy again. Back to look at more robots. I've got three that I'm going to review today, and they're all very similar. Transformers get repainted a lot, and usually when they do get repainted, sometimes when they get repainted, it's as a different character, and sometimes that'll include putting a new head on them or some other kind of alterations to the mold. The three that I'm reviewing today are all one basic mold, and this is probably the first mold that I can think of, the first toy that's been repainted to different characters that I've managed to get all three of, or all the complete set of. I don't have all of the classic Seekers. I'm still looking for a Ramjet. I still haven't worked up the courage to spend that much money on what's essentially a very basic deluxe toy that I already have 5 versions of. But sooner or later, if I don't have it by the time I intend to go to Auto Assembly, I will probably pick it up there if I can. If I get some money for my birthday, I might splurge on it. I'm not happy with the standard Hasbro version because it doesn't have the red wings on the inside when he's in robot mode, and that just looks terrible. I'll probably get the Henkei or the new Asian exclusive version if I can, but again, then I'm paying for 2 more bots that I already have. I'm quite happy with this Rust and Dirge that I got from Hasbro. But these 3 bots that I'm going to review today, I'm quite happy to have got. Curiously, the first one that came out, Lockdown, he was the last one that I picked up. I didn't really get into animated at all, and so I never had the animated version of him. I didn't particularly know anything about the character. There was nothing to really sway me to getting him. But I did like the idea of the repaint and retool of him, Axor, who is an Action Master. If I remember correctly, he was... No, I'm thinking of someone else. Axor was an Action Master. He came with a motorcycle thing. He was pretty cool. I never had him, but as I said in the last video, an Action Master that gets updated to have an alt mode, something that greatly appeals to me. I'm trying to see if this light piping will work off of my TV screen. It won't. They all have really cool light piping. The last one that I got is a Collectors Club exclusive with a subscription service. Now, I didn't subscribe to that. It wasn't enough that I wanted. I really only wanted Scourge, the black Optimus Prime repaint, which I don't have, but that was going for stupid money online. This guy, nobody seemed to want, so I got him off TF Source for, I think it was $30, which is the price of a Takara repaint. I was pretty happy with him. I never had Circuit, was this guy, and another Action Master that he was actually a repaint of the Axor mold, or it was the other way about. I don't know which came first, but he's ridiculously neon, and I had a toy car when I was probably 8 or 9, and it looked just like this guy in car mode, the candy blue wheels and everything. So I thought I had to pick him up when I seen he was on sale. So I'll start off looking at Lockdown. He was out in the, I think it was the Dark of the Moon, no, Revenge of the Fallen line. He wasn't in the movie, of course, but we managed to get a cool updated version of the animated character. It had a cool design, but just animated wasn't for me. There's maybe a couple that I'll pick up, probably the beast type guys, but as amazed as I was that they got the designs to translate into plastic, I never got into the whole thing. I don't find a place for many of them in my collection. I don't own any as yet. He's a deluxe, but he's really tall. You can do this leg thing how you want it to be, so you can have it all stretched out, or you can have it shortened up and sort of chicken leggy, but the bulk at the front kind of makes up for it. I usually have them like that, although I do like the option for posing. I can stand them behind Grimlock there with the legs extended, and he's way taller than him. This guy's got a hook hand, because he's a bounty hunter, but he could be a pirate, I suppose. He's got a hook. Rubbery, horrible rubbery plastic, but really cool design. He's got horrible rubbery plastic on his claw hands as well, and the weapon unplugs. I think that was something carried over from the animated line, where you could swap the weapons between him and Ratchet. I don't know if you can do that with any movie Ratchet, but it's a cool idea. He's got this really weird long neck, which carries over from the animated design as well. I'm glad they kept that, because it makes him a little bit more unique. And he kind of, mostly, does... That's not going to focus. He does have a head, an actual design of a face, with little bars going through him. Pretty cool. And a nice Decepticon logo on his green overlay there. Axor has a new head. All the rest the same. No, all the rest not the same. He's got an axe, a harpoon type thing. He's got that instead, but all the rest is the same. You can do the same stuff with him. It's just painted in this grey with blue and some gold and some red, some dark red. His head's really quite cool. I'm fond of that head. And he does the same weapon thing. Fairly easy to tell which weapon's which if you did happen to mix them up. Circuit, Autobot this time, the two Decepticons. His neck is not made of the horrible plastic, but it is very loose. I can only assume that's because of mould reuse. He's the same head as Axor, and the same hook thing, which doesn't get any nice paint job this time, but looks amazing. He's got translucent blue plastic for his windows. Axor's is black, and Lockdown's is orange. I don't think this guy needed any more orange, even though it's probably the least used colour on him, but what's there works. I'm going to stop the video and transform them and show you them in vehicle mode.